I mean, how does that feel to know that they love this film so much?
It's great, but I'm dead. So I can't answer any questions about that.
Oh, okay. So you don't want to give us a spoiler or anything like that?
I'm dead.
What about Black Panther 2? Anything?
I'm dead.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. How is everyone doing? Today my background is a little different. I decided to film in my living room today. Yeah, I decided to film in my living room today. I just couldn't find a spot. I mean, like, I just decided to sit. Just so pardon me for if you're seeing anything in the background that is and all right. So yesterday marked exactly 1 year that we lost Chadwick Boseman. Now, if you don't know who Chadwick Boseman is or was, Chadwick Boseman was the lead character of the Black Panther, the movie The Black Panther. He died last year. Sorry guys. He died last year on the 28th of August, and his death actually came as a shock, quite a shock, you know, to I would say the entire world, even including some of, well, almost all of the people that he was working with. They didn't know that this guy was actually fighting a battle. People, he actually, right in front of our eyes, emaciated, you know, he reduced in size and all that. Guys, I'm going to do this video in Pidgin English and English. I'm trying to start doing my videos in Pidgin English and English, and if I can add French in there, I would. If I can add German in there, I would. But yeah, so last year, 28th of August, Chadwick Boseman died. And so Chadwick Boseman been done this sick for a very long time, 4 years to be precise. So he was diagnosed of colon cancer. 3 years into it, he was told that the disease was, you know, went from stage 3 to stage 4. All the movies that you saw Chadwick Boseman done over the years, this especially down to the Black Panther movie, that's one of his greatest movies. He did that movie fighting cancer. He did those movies fighting cancer. He was between he was toggling between surgeries and doing movies, going back to chemotherapies and doing movies. In one of his movies, he was so skinny. I think, what is the name of that movie? Blood something. I'm going to look up the name and I'm going to put it somewhere here. Yeah. So he was doing all those movies and undergoing chemotherapies, surgeries and all that. In that movie, he was so thin. A lot of people thought that he actually intentionally lost weight because of the role that he wanted to play in the movie. But actually, that was not the case. The guy be sick and he fight cancer. I remember reading about, you know, people insulting him when they saw him when he made one of his last videos that he made and posted, and was talking about the Jackie Robinson and all that. He was talking about some stuff, you know. He was so thin, so thin in that video. But do you know what people were? Do you know what people were calling him? People were actually insulting him, pointing fingers at him, They thought that he was on drugs, so they started calling Black Panther Crack Panther, or Crack Panther, and they call Wakanda forever. They'll say Crackanda forever. It was so, I mean, people just passed judgment on him like that, thinking that the guy was doing drugs and the drugs was draining him, when in actuality he was sick and he was in a battle for his life. But people were there thinking that he was on drugs and the drugs were draining him. You see, that's one thing, guys. You not just see a person like that just pass judgment on somebody. You don't know which way that person they go through. Chadwick Boseman, even in the midst of all that and insults and all that, he kept working, kept a smiling face. He was a private person, never shared his ordeal with the world. Even when he got married to his fiancée, it was all private. And that's why his death came as a surprise to a lot of people. And then after he died, that's when people started, when the news broke out that he actually died of cancer, he's been fighting cancer. I bet you those people that were so quick to pass judgment on him, talking about he was doing drugs. Now drugs don't kill him. Now drugs this, that. I'm sure those people they regretted what they said. I'm sure those people they regretted, just passing judgment on someone. Be very careful when you see people out. You don't know what people are going through in their lives. Be very careful when you see somebody out there. Somebody may appear with beautiful makeup, nice smile, and well dressed up and all that. But underneath that makeup, underneath that beautiful dress that you're seeing, it's somebody that's dying on the inside. And that's why it's so important. When you meet people, just a little smile goes a long way. Avoid to judge people based on their outward appearance. Avoid to draw conclusions on people when you don't know anything about them. On my channel here, since Chadwick Boseman died, in fact, Chadwick Boseman is Chadwick Boseman's death is one of the deaths that, even up till now, it still hurts me. It was so difficult for me to get over that death for somebody that I don't know personally. You know how some people then when you don't get no relationship with that people them, but when you hear say they don't die, man, something in you just can't comprehend it. You understand? That's how I felt with Chadwick Boseman. I kept making videos about Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman's death, I did not take it lightly. It was so painful. Died at 43. That guy's death gives awareness also. It brought a lot of awareness to people as far as colon cancer is concerned. He died of colon cancer. I learned that the American, is it called American Cancer Society? When he died, there was a lot of inquiries about colon cancer. I just think that if Chadwick Boseman, if that disease was caught on time, I think he would still be on the face of this earth. But you see, God has a plan for everybody. He probably lived up to when God wanted him to live, and when it was time, the Lord called him home. I loved Chadwick Boseman's life because he had an intimate relationship with God. It is so rare to find people in Hollywood that are very, very close to God. Very rare. I mean, when I say close to God, I mean born-again Christians. They are doing their job in Hollywood, but yet they are very close to God. DMX, before he died, he had given his life to Christ. That's why I keep saying that you guys, be very careful when you pass judgment on people. Because let me go to DMX's death. DMX, as all of us knew, X was fighting a battle the biggest battle of his life, which is drugs. But towards when X died, he had reconciled with God. He was even making videos, even talking about, encouraging people about God. Now, some people will only remember him based on his drug abuse, and they'll pass judgment on him based on that kind of lifestyle that he had lived. But they don't know that, look, God says that he will have mercy on whom he has mercy on. You cannot control God or tell God to have mercy on some people. He chooses to have mercy on whom, So you could be here thinking that, you know what, DMX has gone to hell, but you'll be surprised to meet him in heaven. That's life for you. When these people die like that, it's like a wake-up call for me. I always say something. It's like I check my life. What is your standing with the Lord? What is your standing with God? Same for Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman is one of those people that I can write R.I.P. on his tombstone. I can write R.I.P. on his post, a picture that I post about him, because I know he's actually really resting in peace. Because that guy he was very close to God before he was called home. A lot of celebrities, they poured in their condolences again, and he celebrated his 1 year of him being gone. The wife as well. Marvel Studios put out a post about him, a 1 year anniversary of him being gone. But why am I doing this video? Because like I said, when Chad died, I made like up to 5 videos, because number one, I couldn't get over the shock. So it propelled me into making videos about him, one after the other. If I don't have like 6 or 7 videos that I made about Chadwick Boseman here on my channel, because that's one death that I couldn't get over. Please, if you're watching me and you're not in right standing with God, as you remember Chadwick Boseman's anniversary when he was called home, remember also that you need to be in the position where if the Lord says today you're coming, your assignment here on earth is done with, you know very well that you're going back to the Father. So people's death and anniversaries of their death, let it be a reminder to us that we need to live a life that is according to the will of God. We need to live a Christ-like life. We need to, I know in this world right now, it's so difficult, very, very difficult to live a life that is a life that the Lord wants you to live, a righteous life. But we have the grace of God. We have the grace of God. Even the word says that his grace is sufficient for us. We have the grace of God. And with his grace, we'll make it by his grace. So guys, I just wanted to come here and celebrate Chadwick Boseman's anniversary. I know he's resting in the Lord, because this guy was one person that was so close to God. Even he had his brother there, Derek Boseman. Derek Boseman, I made a video where I got a part of his video that Derek Boseman made. It was talking about his brother, how his brother died, his last moments before his death. I'm going to link that video in my description box here. You guys can go watch it. You see on here Chadwick Boseman's last moments before he was called home. So guys, this brings me to the end of the video. If you're here and you've not subscribed, please go ahead and push that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications. That way you get all the alerts every time that the video goes up. And for all my returning subscribers, thank you for your support. Thank you for keep coming back. So I'll see you in my next video. But until then, you guys stay safe, stay blessed, take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Wakanda forever! Wakanda forever!